Stanford University.
All quarter long, I've been very good presenting the opinions of different authors and keeping my own views to myself. But now, I want to give you a piece of advice straight from the heart. Don't major in economics. Let me rephrase that. Do major in economics if you love economics. There are plenty of reasons to love it. It's a really fascinating field, and it's a very important field. In fact, now more than ever, it's a vital field. We need smart people in economics, like Paul Krugman, to rescue us from the damage done by boneheads like Alan Greenspan. So please, by all means, major in economics if you love it. But don't major in economics if it's because your parents told you to, or if it's because you think you can't get a good job without it. Believe it or not, even professors of economics agree with me on this, and if you don't believe me, ask them. Of course, it is true that if you major in economics, you will get a good job. The economy is going to recover eventually. But you'll also get a good job if you major in human biology or physics or mathematics or even in history or psychology or philosophy or, yes, even French studies. Contrary to popular belief, articulated at number 48 on your handout, the humanities do not prevent you from becoming employed. So here now are some poor, starving humanities BAs. In fact, in certain fields, it turns out, a background in the humanities is a positive advantage. Whether rightly or wrongly, folks out there think we humanists have good communication skills, rich imaginations, intellectual agility, and flexibility. I said whether rightly or wrongly. Here's one of those sadly deluded people who thinks highly of humanists. And here's another of those sadly deluded people who thinks highly of humanists. Does this mean that you must become a humanities major? No way. Does it mean that you should become a humanities major? No. Does it mean that you can become a humanities major? Yes. I hereby give you permission to study something you are actually interested in, including economics. At the end of your 4 years at Stanford, I can pretty much guarantee you, you will embark upon a career, and it will be great, and you will accomplish much, and you will earn much money. This is the upside. The downside is that you will find your work becoming increasingly specialized as you get better and better at one thing. You will never again have the chance to have long conversations with your fellow brilliant Stanford students and your eager professors about the meaning of life. And I want to tell you that these conversations are the point of spending 4 years here. University isn't there to train you for a profession. University is there to help you become who you are. As John Adams would say, it's not about how to make a living, it's about how to live. Or as Guitar Baines would say, it's not about you living longer, it's about how you live and why. Your career will still be there waiting for you when you leave. But it begins in 4 years, not now. These 4 years are like a shining oasis in your life, where you get to do what you want. Just to think, free from all those silly concerns about money and bosses and all that crap. These 4 years are probably your last opportunity to gain a detailed, in-depth understanding of subjects you're really interested in. And they're probably your best opportunity to learn what it is you really care about, to learn who it is that you really are. If you're a humanities major, there's one question that people always ask you. What are you going to do with that? And what they mean by this is, how are you going to make money? And that's a fair question. Totally fair question. But I want to ask everybody else, when you make money, what are you going to do with that? I mean that question very seriously. How are you going to spend it? What would be the best way of making yourself happy and fulfilled? What is actually going to make you happy? Are you going to avoid making mistakes that you'll regret for a very long time? Are you at least going to learn from your mistakes? Are you going to be able to stave off that midlife crisis? To quote W.E.B. Du Bois, the function of the university is not simply to teach breadwinning. It is, above all, to be the organ of that fine adjustment between real life and the growing knowledge of life, an adjustment which forms the secret of civilization. The true college will ever have but one goal, not to earn meat, but to know the end and aim of that life which meat nourishes. So please don't waste your 4 years of freedom. Don't waste them on learning breadwinning when you could be learning the aim of life. Don't pave over the oasis and turn it into a casino. And if your parents still give you a hard time, send them to me. Thank you very much.
For more, please visit us at stanford.edu.